Collective, don't get me started on, I don't know what it is that I was talking about or that I was thinking about whenever I said that I was going to do this, that, or the other thing. I then end up losing my voice. So you can probably tell I'm still dealing with it, but this is going to be your monthly for June. I apologize for not getting out what I wanted to get out, and I am trying to do better for July, as always, but I'm just going to stop announcing what it is I'm going to do, and hopefully you guys stay tuned. But this is going to be your monthly for July. It's whatever comes out, whatever seems necessary for me to say. So I was dealing with something, I was thinking about dealing with this reading earlier, and I kept getting the name Jean, like Jean or Jean. So you could be dealing with someone whose name is that, or I don't know why that was so strong, because I normally don't get names like that, or names at all. I'll put it that way. So here we go for July, and your first card needs to come out from the bottom of the deck. Judgment in reverse. And of course, as a collective reading, this is just going to be random cards that I pull for anybody that finds it. And if you find something here, great. If you don't, try your sun, moon, and rising sign. So maybe you'll find something in there. It looks like this month, collective, we are going to have some judgment that, for the most part, we're going to watch somebody else befall. It's not, I don't think that it's anything that is because of anybody that sees this reading. I think it's because somebody caused self-doubt in you as to whether or not you were correct about a person. Like you had some intuition, like maybe I shouldn't be alone with that person. Maybe I shouldn't be around them. Maybe I shouldn't go into business with them. Something like that. And lo and behold, you get proven right this month. Like you were right to ignore that phone call. You're right to not get involved with them in business or in a relationship. And I think it's something that happened in the past, because with the Four of Swords, it's some kind of communication that happened in the past that you initially were not aware of. And it's, I want to say it has something to do with money, because we have the King of Pentacles over here. Now, okay, that makes more sense as I'm considering that. This may be someone who only wants to be involved with someone because of money, to get themselves into a position where they could use them as a leg up. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean that they were using this person for money, but there was some kind of money motivation associated with this, and that person finds out about it firsthand. You know, like they were only associated with them in order to get the job. They only befriended them to get the job, to get the reference, to get the foot in the door, something like that. And it's almost as though this person doesn't believe that it's going to matter that this comes out now. And they use it as a revelation in communication, like, oh, well, I was only dealing with, you know, like, for some reason, somebody else doesn't like this person that they used. And take this where it goes for you, because it's, I don't think it's you that's doing this. I think this was somebody else that you're witnessing again. And maybe it's a conversation you overhear from another table, and you look at the table and you see who it is, and it's like, I'm glad I didn't get involved with that person. I'm glad I didn't, you know. It's almost like you work somewhere and you see that they're there, or they're involved with somebody that works at the same place that you do, or some place that you frequent a lot, and At one point, they may have been trying to butter you up. Maybe was trying really hard to befriend you, and it wasn't working out the way that they thought, or you didn't have the pull that they needed you to have, so they moved on to somebody else. And lo and behold, they end up working there, and then you hear a conversation. I only got involved, I only became friends with Jean or Jean just to, get my foot in the door. You know how it is. It's so difficult to get a job. It's so difficult to really get in anywhere without that personal kind of connection, without that personal reference, and it becomes pretty apparent that they said that to exactly the wrong person. It could also be that they're revealing to somebody else that they haven't been doing all the work that they said they've been doing. And that's where, almost like they're bragging because they think they're getting away with it. And lo and behold, this friend that they just got happens to be like the VP, and they didn't know it. They didn't know who the VP of the company that they worked for was, and they had never seen the picture. And it's just like, oh, it's just another person, and, not involved with my work. And they don't know the kind of industry that I'm in, and lo and behold, they may end up opening themselves to some kind of prosecution, like they got a bonus and they had to pay the bonus back or something like that. Or they're going to get indicted or charged with something or whatever. But that's enough of this other person. It just seems like it's going to prove you right. And because of that, somehow, collective, other people are going to be looking towards you like you did the right thing and you have a good feel for people, and maybe it's going to help you out somewhere. I don't think it's going to help you out in July. I think this is going to happen more between the middle of August to the end of August, maybe even into September, where you really benefit from this, because they're going to really be watching you now. They're going to be making that assertion that, okay, let's see what kind of actions that they do whenever they think no one's looking. They're looking to you instead of this this person that just seemed to stick their foot in their mouth. Yeah, because whatever this is that's been going on that has nothing to do with you, it's going to end up in a celebration for you. So either a promotion or some kind of advancement, some kind of windfall here. And you could feel like you need to forgive somebody from the past, but it's because of that position that they're in now. But just because you're forgiving them in your mind does not mean that you have to do anything for them. I think that's what this is with the Six of Cups. It's like you're looking back at them and you kind of understand their perspective a little bit more, but that doesn't mean you need to open that can of worms again. Because the Six of Cups really feels like you putting down a grudge and having your own mindset about something. It's like, that's great, that happened, but that happened over there, and this is today, and I need to deal with today. And what I'm going to do with today, tomorrow, and so forth, instead of looking back at the past, looking back at this grudge, and thinking that you need to keep spending time on it. Because you obviously have something to celebrate. Yeah, because I think the Shattered Dreams is the kind of relationship that somebody else wanted to have with you, but it's not going to happen. This division seems like it's even stronger. It's almost as though you may have been connected with them in childhood, and you wanted to be connected with them into adulthood, but that's not working out. Like you may have drifted apart from a friend, a relative, a brother or a sister or a childhood friend that was like family, and it just isn't. It's not happening, and you need to realize why it's not happening. It's because you have misaligned values. You want different things out of life, and you want to, even if you want the same things, you both want to go at it different ways, and they may not be going at it in a safer, healthier kind of way. So they may be trying to take shortcuts and do some things that you would definitely not choose to do. So this might even be someone that you were involved with like with this nostalgia card right here with the Six of Cups. It's almost as though you two have parted ways, and you're just going to let it be that happened. Yes, you know that person, but there's certain things you're not going to talk about around them. There's certain things you're not going to share with them, and that's fine. But collective, I'm going to try and leave that there for the month of July and get started on the weeklies too. So thank you for tuning in, and I'm still putting dailies up. So if you like this reading or the others that I put up, as always, please throw a like, a comment, and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Thank you if you keep tuning in, and I will see you next time.